A big thank you to Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. So, it's that time of year again. You've all given up on your New Year's resolutions, we've survived the dreaded Valentine's Day, and as a reward, it's car launch season ahead of the 2023 F1 World Championship. So congratulations for making it this far. In recent years, we've seen car reveals take on a whole new meaning, in that they don't really reveal the car anymore. However, given some of the launches we've had this year, that may be the least of our worries. So today, I thought I'd go through all 10 teams and rank their launches out of 10, which Google tells me might increase my engagement and get you through the sponsored section later on. Let's not waste any time then, and get on with business. Haas were the first to reveal their livery before we'd even broken into February. Now, the American team haven't given us a proper launch event since the Rich Energy drama in 2019. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that they somehow get more controversial every year, or that they just have no fans that would attend the event to begin with. 2023 would be no different. We'd get some renders of the new livery, and some interviews with people we'd never heard of, but nothing particularly special. The new look does save this one somewhat, but considering the launch event on a whole, if we can even call it that, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. Red Bull's season launch in New York left us with a key question. What exactly was the point? Sure, they had their big announcement with Ford, which would have been a surprise had it not already leaked on Twitter, but besides that, the only thing the launch achieved was redefining the word pointless in the dictionary. And then, after hearing from every other sport in the world that wasn't Formula 1, the team had the audacity to roll out last year's car in a livery about as fresh as this guy's haircut. I've basically accepted that we get Red Bull car launches 1 year late now. It's a -3 out of 10. Before we move on, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Atlas VPN. We're using the internet more and more these days, and while she might feel secure, tucked up in bed on incognito mode, that doesn't necessarily mean you are. That's where VPNs come in, keeping those things you search in private, actually private. Whatever those things may be. They do this, in part, by effectively changing the location your device is broadcasting from, allowing you to access content that may be otherwise region-locked. Take, say, F1 TV Pro, for example. Atlas VPN allows you to do all this and more, working in the background to stop invasive ads and malware ruining your day. And it gives you all this while still being one of the most affordable options on the market, offering you online protection from as little as $1.83 per month. Right now, they're offering what they call their Big Deal, which grants you an extra 3 months and a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to find out more, there's a link down in the description for this limited time offer. And I'll be completely honest here, it's guys like Atlas VPN that allow me to push out content at the rate that I do for you guys. So just by interacting with that link, you'll be supporting me and the channel. So go check out Atlas VPN and their Big Deal today, and protect your privacy online. Now let's get back to the launches. The third team to reveal their 2023 car were Williams, who excited us with the prospect of a Golf-inspired livery, only to do a Williams and disappoint us all. I'll be real, I don't have much to say on this one. The livery is the same as last year, but still nice. But since I wasn't invited to the event, I'm only giving it a 5 out of 10. Oh, and they even showed us what Nicholas Latifi would be driving. Now, a prolific problem with car launches these days is the brand new livery being leaked online ahead of the big event. Alfa Romeo found the perfect fix for this problem by leaking it themselves. This was a bit of a weird launch. I'm not sure whether it was the Jeremy Kyle style set or Bottas's attempt at cutting his own hair. There just wasn't much of a wow factor with this one. When it comes to the livery, it's basically the same as 2022, except they've forgotten to paint half of it. That being said though, I am a fan, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. AlphaTauri's 3 launches today have all had the same thing in common. Dead people. Or models. Both have the same amount of personality. The team would switch things up for the AT04, however, enlisting the services of an East London gang to help present their new car, which I imagine was promptly stolen afterwards. There really wasn't much to this launch, and the new livery has certainly split opinion. I, though, quite like the new design. Okay, the red hasn't been integrated brilliantly, but it is slowly growing on me. I tried to make this point over Twitter, and for some reason, people weren't particularly nice to me about it. Regardless, it's my video, so I'm giving it another 6 out of 10. Prior to their launch, McLaren revealed that they'd be switching things up with their naming convention, with the 2023 car being called the MCL 60, the number signifying the team's 60th anniversary, and how many million the team are in debt after paying off Daniel Ricciardo. The team also switched things up with their launch. Gone was the 40-minute live stream from last year, after realising that would mean revealing their car after most of their fans' bedtimes. The 20-minute event was far better in my opinion, though the car reveal was a bit of a disappointment. I didn't like the livery last year, and while this is better, it's still just too loud and messy for me. The Lando stands can cry all they like, I'm only giving this a 5 out of 10. The day would be capped off with one more car launch in the form of Aston Martin, who used their new factory to reveal their car, though some shots made it look more like a crack den. Guess that explains how they signed Alonso then. Aston car launches are pretty standard. Unveil Lawrence Stroll's new upgrade package, realise they still need to tune up his charisma setting, roll him away and show off the new car. I'll give some kudos to Aston for actually showing us the real thing, and while yes, the livery is more or less unchanged, I'm a big fan of the green, so no complaints on this one. The only person I feel sorry for is this kid, who claimed his idol was Lance Stroll. 7 out of 10. I kinda liked it. Us F1 fans may have been sad and single on Valentine's Day, but sometimes help can come in the strangest of places. So let's say it now, fair play Ferrari. This car launch really had it all. A snappy car reveal, and an actual demo run in front of all the Ferrari fans that are left after 2022. Jokes aside though, I don't think anyone expected the best launch of the year to come from the Scuderia, and we all loved it, even if we were secretly hoping for the new car to burst into flames on its first laps around Fiorano. They'll probably still let us down this season, but the team have at least done one thing right, which is already one more than their tally from 2022. 9 out of 10. Well done, Ferrari. That was going to be hard to top, though our next team were up for the challenge. Now, I couldn't watch the Mercedes car launch, mainly as I was recovering from a massive hangover that morning, but the squad still knocked it out of the park with their livery. After preaching the colour silver all over their social media channels, I don't think we expected much from this one. So when Merc announced the return of the black livery, we were all pretty surprised. Or we would have been had Petronas not accidentally leaked it first. Nevertheless, the updated design has been a hit with fans and with me. Though their shakedown might not have gone to plan, this is a solid 8 out of 10. And all that leaves us with is the one final launch ahead of the 2023 season. Well, it kind of does. Alpine plan to drop their car at an event in London on the 16th of February, though that's not quite worked out for them. Firstly, their livery was practically leaked when it appeared on their junior drivers' F2 cars at the pre-season tests in Bahrain. Then they thought they could get away with a sneaky shakedown at Silverstone, which went well. Despite their car adorning every other post on Twitter, the team have still been trying to ramp up the hype for their launch. Who's gonna tell that poor admin? As it turns out, there was one surprise in store during the team's event on Thursday. The return of the pink livery, and maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I hate it. Alpine also managed to beat Red Bull to the award of having the most useless filler content at an F1 launch, be that the world's most boring man describing what's new on the car, or inviting Zidane on stage for some reason. In fact, I don't think he knew why he was there either. I'm sure you also want me to mention the amount of time spent going over Alpine's inclusion program, but you see I quite like my career, so let's move on. So to round things off then, this launch had more hot air than the Chinese weather balloon. 4 out of 10. There you have it then. All 10 teams' car launches ranked ahead of the 2023 season. Since this is Formula 1, I've probably pissed you off, haven't I? If so, do feel free to insult me down in the comments below. And if you're more of a sane human being, why not tell me your rankings down there instead? I mean, it all helps the algorithm. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like and get subscribed to the channel as well. Oh, and don't forget to check out Atlas VPN in the description and grab those 3 extra months for free with their big deal. Okay, I'll stop doing that. A final thank you goes to my patrons for supporting the work I do over here, and if you want to get involved in that, then you can head down to the description where you'll find all of my other social channels. But for now, that's all from me, so I'll see you soon with another video, but until then, have a good one.